Wait lang. Yan. So, again, hello everyone. Good evening. Masanto siya labit si kayon amin. Naimbag nga rabi ikada kay amin. And good evening everyone. I am Nurse Ramon and our discussion for today is cardiogenic shock. So, ano bang ibig sabihin pag sinabi natin cardiogenic shock? So, we could simply say na it is a pump failure. So sir, what do you mean? Bakit siya pump failure? 'Di ba pag sinabi nating cardiogenic shock, 'di ba? It is all about your circulatory. So it is a circulatory shock. So anong nangyari diyan? It occurs when your heart fails to pump effectively. So pag hindi siya nakakapag-pump effectively or inadequately, ibig sabihin there is an inadequate tissue perfusion. Yan. So, inadequate tissue perfusion. Usually, this is a result of possible severe MI, yan, or mga myocardial dysfunction. Yan. Nagigets po natin. Okay po, ulitin natin. So, when we talk about your cardiogenic shock, keyword natin would be pump failure. Sir, bakit po ulit pump failure? Because the heart fails to pump, tama ba? To pump effectively. So, dito pala yan. To pump effectively. So, it will lead to what? Inadequate tissue perfusion. So, usually it is caused by what? Either your myocardial infarction or myocardial dysfunction. So, ibig sabihin, hindi nami-maintain nung katawan ninyo yung kailangan na cardiac output. 'Di ba? When we talk about cardiac output, 'di ba ito yung heart output volume of blood being pumped by your both ventricles per minute. So, yun po, hindi siya nami-meet. So, bakit po? So, let's look on to the pathophysiology. So, first, when we talk about your cardiogenic shock, again, there is a significant reduction in your cardiac output. Sir, bakit po nagkakaroon ng significant reduction in your cardiac output? Because number one, possible there is myocardial damage. So if, hindi sumusulat na. Ito. Yan. So if there is in a significant reduction with regards to your cardiac output, may nagaano, ang tawag doon, host. Yan. Kung significant yung reduction in your cardiac output caused by your myocardial damage, it would lead to what? A decreased left ventricular contractility. So, ibig sabihin, impaired yung left ventricle ninyo. Oh, kung impaired yung left ventricle ninyo, si left ventricle, di ba, responsible siya saan? Pumping oxygenated blood into different parts of your body. Since there is a problem, so ibig sabihin, weaken. Bakit? Due to possible myocardial infarction, pwede din pong cardiomyopathy, or mga valve regurgitation. Yan mga yan. O dahil dyan, dahil nagkaroon po ng decreased left ventricular contractility, anong mangyayari? Decrease po ang stroke volume natin, decrease po ang cardiac output natin, decrease din po ang BP natin. Nagigets po? Nagigets po natin? So, bakit importante si stroke volume? Kasi ito yung amount of blood ejected each heartbeat. Diba? Kung maalala ninyo, si MS ninyo or si anatomy and physiology ninyo, o si cardiac output, parati naman nating dinidiscuss nito. Diba? Ang computation naman nito would be equals SV times your heart rate. Tama? Tapos, decrease din ang BP. Ibig sabihin yung mean arterial pressure, it would lead to hypotension. Pag mababa ang stroke volume, mababa ang cardiac output with regards to different organs, vital organs. Ano yung mga yon? Heart, brain, kidneys, and liver. Nagigets po natin? Nagigets? Yes, nagigets mo yan, di ba? Pero mag-tap ka dyan. Hello po tayo kay Ma'am Sophia ninyo. Shoutout natin siya. Shoutout sa kanya. And because of that decreased tissue perfusion, what happened to your cell? Nagkakaroon po ng hypoxia, cellular hypoxia. So, anong nangyari? Imbis na aerobic metabolism ang ginagawa niya, nagiging anaerobic. Bakit po? Kasi nga kulang ang oxygen sa katawan natin. Kulang kasi yung nadidistribute na oxygenated blood. Now, it would lead to increased lactic acid. That's why sa cardiogenic shock, usually they have metabolic acidosis. Yan, metabolic acidosis. Which, ang end part nito would lead to organ dysfunction. Yan. Ano yung mga yan? Pwedeng heart, pwedeng brain, pwedeng kidneys, pwedeng liver. Nagigets po? Or isang round pa po tayo? O, isang round. Tap naman dyan. Yan. Pag may pag-gift kayo, pwede din po. Much appreciated may pagpag-gift. Ayan. Pretty boy, 1 round pa po. Sige. O, tap. Paabutin nyo ng 8,000. Yan. Tap muna tayo. Tap. Yan. Paabutin nyo ng 8,000, be. Yan. Ayan. Tapos, let's go back, no? Yan. So, again po, for everyone, our topic for today is cardiogenic shock. So, paabutin nyo lang ng 8,000 tapos ulitin natin ulit. Yan. Sige, kaya nyo yan. Kaya nyan. Tap. May 37 viewers tayo. Yan. Hopefully, again po, sa mga nasalanta ng bagyo, okay po kayo, nilipad man ang bubong, tuyo pa rin po kayo, no? Ayan po. Yan, okay. Mag 8,000 na, 200 na lang. Ayan pala, kaya naman pala eh. Yan. Ayan, 8,000 na. Ulit ba hanggang sa meaning ng cardiogenic shock? O sige, ulitin ko na lang hanggang sa meaning ng cardiogenic shock. So when we talk about cardiogenic shock, just take note of the pump failure. Why? Because when we talk about your cardiogenic shock, ibig sabihin there is a circulatory shock. So ano nangyari dyan? What occurs is there is a heart fails to pump effectively. So if your heart pumps ineffectively, ibig sabihin hindi na siya nakakapag-pump ng mahusay or tama, it would lead to inadequate tissue perfusion. Nagigets po? Which may lead to what? Baka dahil sa MI or myocardial infarction. So let's move on. Let's go to your pathophysiology. With regards to your pathophysiology, una dyan, may cause. Ano bang cause ng cardiogenic shock? Kasi hindi basta-basta nagkakaroon ng cardiogenic shock. So first, there is myocardial damage. Maybe due to MI, cardiomyopathy, or pwede yung mga valve regurgitation, stenosis ng mga valves ninyo. Which may lead to what? Decreased left ventricular contractility. Ano ibig sabihin yan, sir? Ibig sabihin, impaired yung contractility ng inyong left ventricle. We all know that your left ventricle is responsible for what? Pumping oxygenated blood into your systemic circulation, di ba? So what happened? It becomes weakened. So now, because of that, it would lead to decreased stroke volume, decreased cardiac output, and decreased BP. So, ibig sabihin, there is hypotension of your patient. Nagigets po? And because of those decreases, maglilid po siya sa decreased tissue perfusion. Ibig sabihin, hindi na nakaka-receive ng enough oxygen yung mga vital organs natin, such as brain, heart, kidneys, and your liver. And because of that, anong gagawin or anong mangyari? There will be cellular hypoxia. Because of your cellular hypoxia, dahil wala nang ang oxygen na ginagamit, si cell, ang gagawin niya, anaerobic metabolism. Ibig sabihin, hindi na siya gagamit ng oxygen for metabolism. And because of that, it would lead to increased lactic acid. Pag increase ang lactic acid ninyo, matik, the patient will have metabolic acidosis. And because of that, because all of this, it will lead to organ dysfunction. So, ibig sabihin, damage ang brain, damage ang kidney, in this case, damage ang heart ninyo. Nagigets po? Now, let's move on to your etiology, risk factors, or your causes. Yan. Yan. Tap tayo ha. Yan. So, let's move on to your risk factors, and your causes. Ano ba yung mga risk factor? Ay, yan. Yan, lumalabo na siya. Lumalabo na siya. Nakikipaglaban siya. Yan. Check lang po natin. Bakit ganyan? Makisama ka. Ayan. Parang ayaw niya, Parang ayaw niya magpa-discuss ngayon. Parang gusto niya magpahinga na lang tayo lahat. Ay, hindi. Bakit? Yan. Saglit lang po. Technical problem. Yan. Yan. Malabo. Malabo, di ba? O di ayusin natin. Yan. Ay, malabo pa din. May sumisigaw ba? Meron, may sumisigaw. Tingnan mo. Sigaw, di ba? Yan. Ay, bakit kasi gano'n? Yan. O yan. Or sa akin yung random kasi. Yes! Random talaga yung may sumisigaw. Random lang yun. Sorry na. Yan. Yan. Wait lang. Hindi siya mayos. Yan. B, paano natin to gagawin? Yan. Lapit nga natin. Yan. 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 Sumama ka. Yan. Huwag kang sumama. Ay, ukis-tisa ba? Yan. B, kayo na lang mag-adjust. Basta yan. Let's now move on to your etiology or causes. So, when we talk about your etiology, ibig sabihin yung pinagmulan or mga causes or risk factors. So, ano ba yung mga risk factors? So, first would be your, which is common, we have your MI. Acute myocardial infarction, di ba? Ayaw niya talaga makisama, B. Masama ugali ng mga nanonood ngayon. Ay. Yan. Ayaw talaga, B. Bakit, B? Ayan, yan. So first, we have your MI, which is the most common. Most common cause of your cardiogenic shock. Aside from that, we also have your end-stage heart failure. Yan, yung mga yan. Pwede din pong magkaroon ng cardiogenic shock yan. What else? We have your cardiomyopathy. O yung pinagdi-discuss natin last time, di ba? Na may mga symptoms doon na possible magkaroon ng cardiogenic shock. What else? We have your severe valvular dysfunction. Yan. Anong tulad niyan? May mga stenosis po yung mga valves ninyo, whether or not your semilunar valve or your atrioventricular valves, yung mga yan. No. What else? We have your arrhythmias. Yan. Arrhythmias. Such as your VTAC and your VFib. Yan. Pwede po yung mga yan. Pwede din po elderly. Mga matatanda. Yan. Aside from that, what else? Myocarditis. Yan. Ano pa po? Endocarditis. Yan. What else? Pulmonary edema. Yan. Bakit? Kasi usually nagkakaroon ng pulmonary congestion din, no? So, ito po yung mga usually risk factors or etiology or causes of your cardiogenic shock. Remember that MI is the most common cause of your cardiogenic shock. So, nagigets po natin? Nagigets yan, no? So, let's move on to your signs and symptoms. O, diba? Mabilis lang siya. Let's move on to your signs and symptoms or your clinical manifestation. So number one, we have your decreased BP or your hypotension. Sir, bakit po nagkakaroon ng hypotension si patient? Because of your decrease, anong anong kanina sa pathophysio ninyo? There is decreased cardiac output. Bakit may decreased cardiac output? Because of that damaged left ventricle. So, ibig sabihin, it cannot pump enough blood just to maintain your systemic arterial pressure. That's why decrease ang BP. Kaya didinig nyo dito yung hypotachy-tachy. So, hindi lang siya sa hypovolemic shock. Meron din po sa cardiogenic shock. So next, so dito na po yung hypo. Yan, hypotachy-tachy pag Ilocano, di ba? Next, we have your tachycardia. Yan. Bakit po? Bakit nagkakaroon ng tachycardia? Because it is a compensatory mechanism by your SNS. So, ano ibig sabihin yan? Your sympathetic nervous system. So, ibig sabihin, your body is trying to maintain a cardiac output. By what? By increasing your heart rate. Oh, 'di ba kasi ano bang computation ng cardiac output ulit? Cardiac output equals stroke volume times HR. That's why it is trying to compensate. Nagigets po natin? Nagigets. Pero minsan hindi siya nagiging effective kasi nga si stroke volume ninyo nagre-remain siyang mababa. Next, we have your tachypnea. Usually because of pulmonary congestion. Yan. Next, we have your weak and thready pulses. Yan. Thready, ibig sabihin, tatlo. Ay, hindi ganon. Thready pulses. Ano ibig sabihin niyan? Di ba? Magpo-fall parati yan na si cardiac output nyo is nag-drop. So, ibig sabihin, kung drop si cardiac output nyo, anong result nun? Less yung blood volume na nagre-reach doon sa mga peripheral arteries ninyo. So, anong magiging result? So, it will make your pulses faint and hard to palpate. That's why it is weak and thready po. Nagigets natin? O, aside from that, yung sa mga periphery ninyo, there is vasoconstriction. So, ibig sabihin, narrow yung mga vessels doon. So, mas hindi mo ma-feel yung mga pulses. Hindi mo ma-feel yung quality ng mga pulse, di ba? Next, we have your cold, clammy skin. Yan. CCS. We have your cold, clammy skin. Bakit ulit? Again, this is in response to your shock. Kaya nga cardiogenic shock ito, di ba? So, your cold, clammy skin is just a response to the shock. So, anong nangyari? Si katawan ninyo nagkakaroon ng vasoconstriction. So, vasoconstriction sa answer. Doon sa mga peripheral vessels ninyo. So, ano nangyari dyan? Shunt yung mga blood doon sa mga vital organs. For example, dito, heart, pwedeng brain, pwedeng liver, pwedeng kidneys. Ibig sabihin, kaya siya nagiging cold and clammy kasi nga, reduce yung blood flow na napupunta sa skin ninyo. That's why it's becoming cool, tapos moist yung mga extremities ninyo. Nagigets po? Nagigets yan for sure. Next, we have your oliguria. So for your oliguria, usually it is 30 ml, less than 30 ml per hour. Bakit, sir? Bakit may oliguria yan? Heart naman yung problema. Diba? Remember, there is low cardiac output. So, ibig sabihin, anong nangyari kay kidney? Less yung perfusion due to that low cardiac output. And also, kanina, diba, sa pato natin, because of that hypotension. Nagigets po natin. So, anong nangyari? Si RAAS natin nati-trigger. So, pag na-trigger si RAAS, anong mangyari? There is vasoconstriction. So, if there is vasoconstriction, si sodium at si water, nare-retain ba? Yes, nare-retain siya. Pero with regards to shock, medyo hindi siya ganon. Hindi siya na-prolong. Nagigets po natin? Yes. Tapos, we have your number 7. Number 7, altered mental status. Yan. Altered mental status such as, ano yung pinakauna na nakikita ninyo sa pasyente? Either restlessness, confusion, agitation. Yan. Yan yung mga usually nakikita ninyo pag may altered mental status. Again, bakit po ulit? Because of that decreased cardiac output, decrease ang cerebral perfusion ninyo. Nagigets? So, ano nagkakaroon? Nagkakaroon ng hypoxia sa may brain ninyo. Nagigets? Nagigets. Ang early sign would be your restlessness. Yan. Mga late signs na yung letter G, tapos confusion, tapos coma. Anong pagkatapos ng letter G? Letter H. Hindi ka magpapatawa ngayon, sir. Tapos next, we have your crackles. Di ba ito yung maalat na chichirya? Ay, cracklings yun, sir. Yan. Crackles or rails. Yan. Bakit? This is due to your pulmonary congestion. Ayan. Tap naman kayo. Natatawa na, naiiyak na nga kayo lahat. Tapos di pa kayo nagtatap. Diyan, tap naman. Yan po, no? So, we have your crackles rails. Usually, this is due to your pulmonary congestion. Yes, it could also lead to your pulmonary edema. Bakit po? Because there is fluid leakage to where? To your alveoli. No? So, it would lead to your pulmonary edema. So, upon auscultation, ang madidinig nyo po, crackles or rails. Nagigets po? So, bakit? Bakit nagkaroon ng pulmonary edema or bakit nagkaroon ng pulmonary congestion, Luisita? Bakit? Ano sa tingin mo, Miss Luisita? Bakit nagkaroon ng pulmonary edema or pulmonary congestion? Yes, tama yan, Luisita. Kasi nga, di ba, nag-fail si left ventricle mo. Eh, ano bang ginagawa ni left ventricle mo? Di ba magpa-pump papunta sa system? Ngayon, since damage siya, magba-backflow siya sa pulmonary mo. Tama? Nagigets ni tatlong bomb. Yan, damage ang left. Yes. Dahil na-damage siya, ano mangyari? Again, it would lead to fluid leakage into your alveoli, which leads to pulmonary edema. So, upon auscultation, there is crackles or rails, no? So, usually, pag ang mga patient, mga ganyan, dyspneic sila or topnic, o aside from that, para silang may right-sided heart failure na may pink frothy sputum. Nagigets po? Nagigets. Yan. Number 9 na tayo. Next, ano sa number 9? May JVD. Yan. Justin Bieber. Ay, Justin Bieber. Hindi Justin Bieber. This is your jugular vein distension. Usually, makikita ninyo to if ever the patient has right-sided failure. If you could go back, di ba, one of the causes would be heart failure. O hindi naman in-specify kung right or left, basta heart failure. So, JVD, usually, pag right-sided yung heart failure. So, dito naman, kung kanina, dun sa crackles and rails, there is a problem with regard to left ventricle. Dito naman po, ang may problema naman, si right ventricle. So, ibig sabihin, nag-fail siya i-pump papunta kay pulmonary, kay lungs. Yan. So, ano nangyari? It goes back to your system. O, nag-regurgitate. So, pag nag-regurgitate yan, saan yan? Systemic pa din. So, kaya nagkaroon siya ng jugular vein distension. So, usually, pag may jugular vein distension, increase din ang CVP ninyo or your central venous pressure. Nagigets po natin. Nagigets naman ng mga andito. Nagigets. Nagigets naman po, no? Yeah. Aside from that, pwede din po anxiety. Nagkakaroon ng anxiety si pasyente. Ano po ba yung anxiety? Ito yung pag nakuha na ng mga kasambahay ninyo yung sahod nila. Anxiety! Ay, hindi magaganon. Ganon. So, yun. So, yun po yung mga makikita ninyo. No? So, ulitin natin. Okay lang? Sige. Ulitin natin. Basta, paano naman pa 15K? Ipa 15K nyo naman, benta ang anxiety. Di ba? Di ba? Anxiety! Yan. Okay po, tap. Paabutin nyo naman ng 15K likes. Di ba? 15K likes naman po. 15K. Tapos ulitin natin yung signs and symptoms. 15K likes, ulitin natin yung signs and symptoms. 15K like po, ulitin natin yung signs and symptoms. Again, ulitin ko lang din yung mga etiology and causes. While nagwe-wait tayo na mag 15K, di ba? So again, we have your myocardial infarction, which is most common with cardiogenic shock. Pwede din po mga heart failure, cardiomyopathy, mga severe valvular dysfunctions, arrhythmias, such as your VTAC and your ventricular fibrillations. What else? Meron ako nabasa cardiac tamponade, pero less common daw po siya. No. What else? Elderly individuals, yan, myocarditis, endocarditis, pulmonary edema, yan po. Yan po usually yung causes, etiology, or risk factor of having your cardiogenic shock. Ayan po. If you have extras, pero hindi ko naman po kayo pinipilit since nabaha kayo, you may send gifts as well. No. Yan. Tapos ulitin po natin yung signs and symptoms. Mamaya habang nagsusulat, tap pa din ha. Yan. Inutusan. Minsan nabibigla dun sa mga pasigaw-sigaw, ayan lang. Para magising lang kayo. Mika Ronash. Yan. Thank you for the rose. Ang bango ng rose ni Mika Ronash. Yan. Yan po. Hopefully everyone is okay. Ayan. Ay, thank you for thank God it's Friday. Diba? Tama yan, cherry latte. Walang pasok tomorrow, so magigising kayo ng kahit anong oras. No? Hello kay Grantos na bagong dating. Ayan. Ayan, 15K na po. So again guys, we are talking about your cardiogenic shock. So dun po sa mga bagong dating, pag sinabi natin cardiogenic shock, it is just simply means na there is an inability of the heart to maintain cardiac output. So pag less yung cardiac output, ibig sabihin hindi na-meet yung necessary needs for perfusion ng ating katawan. Nagigets po natin. So signs and symptoms po ulit would be decrease BP. Bakit po ulit decrease ang BP? Magfo-fallback po ulit tayo sa pathophysiology ninyo because of that decreased cardiac output. Because of that decreased cardiac output caused by your impaired left ventricle contractility, si heart ninyo hindi nakakapag-pump ng enough blood just to maintain yung systemic arterial pressure. Nagigets po natin? O di ba? Kung naalala niyo pag shock, mga hallmark sign yan, yung hypotachy-tachy, di ba? Sa Ilocano sinasabi na hypotachy-tachy. Yan. Next, we have your tachycardia. Sir, bakit naman po siya nagtatachycardia? Na-shock nga siya, di ba? Di ba pag na-shock ka, dapat na-i-stop yung heart mo? Ay, ganun, no. When we talk about the shock, this is your compensatory mechanism. By what? By your sympathetic nervous system or your SNS. Bakit po? Pag sinabi natin compensatory mechanism, di ba, ibig sabihin your body is trying to maintain what? Your cardiac output because nag-decrease siya, di ba? By how? By increasing your HR. Kasi how to compute your cardiac output? Cardiac output equals stroke volume times HR. So sa HR, nakikipag-compensate. Pero usually, this is ineffective kasi si stroke volume ninyo still remains low. Nagigets po natin? So aside from that, takip niya because of your pulmonary congestion. Next, we have your weak, thready pulses. Bakit po weak? Di ba? Di ba may kanta si Neo? Neo ba yun? Na weak. Di ba? Weak! Ganon. Ay, hindi ganon. You have your weak, thready pulses. Sir, bakit po nagkakaroon ng weak, thready pulses? Again, babalik po tayo dito sa decreased cardiac output. Since there is decreased cardiac output, ibig sabihin less blood volume reaches your peripheral arteries. So, making your pulses hard to palpate. Ibig sabihin halos hindi nyo makita or maramdaman yung pulse quality. Diba? Bakit? Because of peripheral vasoconstriction, nagnanaro yung mga vessels ninyo. Kaya yung quality ng pulse, hindi rin ganun kaganda. Next, we had your cold, clammy skin. Diba? Bakit po, sir? Anong dahilan? Bakit nagkakaroon ng cold, clammy skin si pasyente? Again, this is in response to your shock. Ay, thank you for the fried chicken. 3 fried chicken. Yan. Thank you, Grantos. Yan. Bakit po nagkakaroon ng cold, clammy skin? Again, this is in response to your shock. So, anong nangyari kay katawan? Nagkakaroon po ng vasoconstriction, yung mga peripheral vessels ninyo. So, anong nangyari? Shunt yung mga blood to your vital organs. So, ibig sabihin, pag nag-shunt yan, nag-close yan, ibig sabihin, reduce yung blood flow saan? Doon sa skin ninyo, making it cool or cold and moisture yung mga extremities ninyo. Next, we have your oliguria. When we talk about your oliguria, anong ibig sabihin yan? Bakit nagkaroon po ng less than 30 ml per hour yung ihi niya? Because decrease ang cardiac output. Pag decrease ang cardiac output, less perfusion. Kanino? Doon sa kidneys ninyo. Less yung nare-receive niyang perfusion. What else? Due to decreased BP din po. So because of hypotension, because of decreased cardiac output, less yung perfusion kay kidneys po. So anong mangyayari? RAAS, natitrigger siya, so there is vasoconstriction. Nagigets niyo po? Next, we have your altered mental status. Yan, renal shutdown. Yes po. We have your altered mental status. Sir, bakit po nagkakaroon ng altered mental status? Again, because of decreased cardiac output, decrease ang cerebral perfusion, decrease ang nagkakaroon ng oxygen delivery, which leads to what? Brain hypoxia or your neuronal hypoxia. Diba? Nagigets po? Nagigets. Kasi na-deprive tayo sa oxygen, diba? Eh, si brain sensitive yan sa glucose at sa oxygen. Next po, we have your crackles and rales. When we talk about your crackles and rales, because of pulmonary congestion. Again, bakit? Because usually with regards to your cardiogenic shock, if ang affected is your left ventricle, ano bang ginagawa niyan, di ba? It pumps oxygenated blood to your system. Now, what happens if it is damaged? It goes back or regurgitate where? To your lungs. Oh, so kung nagkaroon ng regurgitation sa lungs, anong mangyari? Pwedeng magkaroon or mag-lead sa fluid leakage into where? To your alveoli. Eh, di ba si alveoli ninyo for gas exchange? And now it lead to your pulmonary edema. Kaya upon auscultation mo, may crackles, may rales si pasyente. Thank you for the rose, Warren. Yan. So dahil may crackles at may rales siya, ano pa? May dyspnea si pasyente nyo or topnic si pasyente nyo. At pwede din pong magkaroon siya ng pink frothy sputum which could be seen sa mga right-sided heart failure patient. Ay, right-sided, left-sided heart failure patient, di ba? Next, we have your JVD. Yan. Ano si JVD? Justin Bieber. Ay, hindi Justin Bieber. Have your jugular vein distension. Kasi di ba sabi doon sa causes, pwedeng heart failure. Also, what if right-sided heart failure? So, ibig sabihin, yung right ventricle mo fails to pump the unoxygenated blood to your lungs. So, anong mangyari? Magba-backflow siya, magre-regurgitate siya. Saan? Sa system. Which leads down to your jugular vein distension. So, pag may jugular vein distension, usually increase din po ang CVP ninyo or central venous pressure. Nagigets po? Nagigets. Ayan. And lastly, pwede din pong magka-anxiety si pasyente nyo. Alot yung anxiety, yun yung pag yung kasambahay ninyo nagkaroon na ng pera. Anxiety! Ay, mali. Hindi ganun yun. So, let's move on. Ano na tayo? Diagnostic test. Yan. Diagnostic test na tayo. Yan. Diagnostic test. Ba? Tap naman. Pang-donate din ng ano. Pag nakita nyo sa cost of school. Sir, bigyan kitang ano. Ang tawag dito? Whiteboard marker. Although meron ako. Hindi ko lang mahanap kung saan. Ayan. Hi sir, kakatapos ko lang paroon ng heart failure sa YT nyo. Nakatulong. Naka-3 page. Ay, sorry na. Kasi puro daldal yon. Sorry na. Skip mo lang. Pwede naman yun, no? So, first, with regards to diagnostic test. Diba? Hindi na sumulat. Ano pa nga tayo dito? So first, diba? Ano yung pwede mong gawin na kahit hindi ka na-orderan ng doktor, pwede mong gawin? Ayan, hindi naman nag-focus ang person. Feeling ko may multo na dito sa kwarto ko. Ay, walang multo dito. Yan. Yan, diagnostic test. So first, pwedeng auscultation muna. Diba? Just to detect yung mga congestion, yung mga extra murmurs, yung mga yan. No? So, yan. So, auscultation muna. Aside from that, pwede din po tayong magpa-ECG. Ano to? Yan. ECG. Yes, ito. Isusulat ko na anong pangalan nito. Sorry na kung nagmamadali si El Sabio. Yan. ECG. Yan. ECG. CG. Sir, pa-post po yung topic nyo now. Kakapasok ko lang sa live. Di ko po. Yes po, lahat po ng mga natapos is ipopost natin. Nakakaya naman sa inyo eh. Ay, nahihiya, no? Pero top naman kayo, no? So, ECG. Bakit po si ECG? This is to identify or to detect what? Mga myocardial infarction, mga arrhythmias, yan. Pwede po natin i-check dyan. Next, we have your cardiac enzyme. Ano yung mga cardiac enzyme na yan? O yung na-discuss natin noong nakaraan sa cardiomyopathy. Pwedeng increase ang troponin, troponin I, troponin T, or your CKMB. Bakit? These are biomarkers or cardiac biomarkers usually indicates MI. Diba? Bakit? Most common cause of your cardiogenic shock is your, myocardial infarction. Yan. Troponin and CKMB. Yes po, Lucita and Nimia Indriga Edigrango RN. Yan. Next, ano pong gagawin pa natin? We have your echocardiogram. Yan. Echocardiogram. Bakit? Para saan yan? To visualize real life, parang live via satellite, yung wall motion ng inyong heart. What else? To evaluate the EF of your patient. Diba? Less than 40% is considered possible the patient has MI. Baka hindi siya masyado nakakapag-contract. No? What else po? X-ray. Yan. Chest X-ray to be exact. Just to determine if ever may pulmonary congestion si pasyente po ninyo. Aside from that, di ba kanina, metabolic acidosis si pasyente nyo. So, pwede po dito, ABG analysis. Yan. ABG analysis. So, ano mangyari dyan? It will reveal metabolic acidosis and also hypoxia. Nagets po? Ano pa po? PAP. Yan. Diba? Usually, ang babaeng hindi naguhugas ng kanyang genitals is PAP. Ay, mali. Hindi yun. Ang YT channel ko po is Ramon's Review. Same lang din po. Ramon's, name ko kasi yung andon. Pero pag search mo siya, Ramon's Review, apostrophe S na Ramon's, tapos review, makikita mo naman po siya. Ayan, we have your PAP or your pulmonary artery pressure. So if your PAP is elevated, ibig sabihin there is increased left ventricular pressure and your afterload. No. Aside from that, ano pa pwedeng pakita mo kay pasyente? Arterial pressure monitoring. O hindi naman lahat to lalabas sa NCLEX or sa O at least alam mo lang. No. Sir, ask ko lang po gaano ka-difficult. Hindi siya difficult for me. Mas madali ko siya kaysa sa PNLE. I took my PNLE last 2012 pa. So, ibig sabihin, with regards to concept, medyo hindi na ako ganun ka-fresh. Although, I'm a clinical instructor, so na-refresh yung concept ko. Pero looking at it, mas madali pa talaga si NCLEX. On my perception pag NCLEX. Pwede po itong NCLEX, because this is concept-wise naman po, pwede din po siya for PNLE. Ilang months ka po nag-aral for, wala nga pong specific parang basta, pag may free time lang ako, doon lang ako nagbabasa. Walang specific. Siguro, ang nabigay ko lang sa sarili ko na talagang review is parang 1 month to 2 months, parang ganun. Pero hindi pa talagang yan because I have work. Yeah. So going back, ano pa po yung pwede nating ipagawa kay pasyente? So yun lang yung mga nakita ko. No? Pag may nakita pa kayo, nag-Q-banks ka din po, sir. Yes po, bali po, nag-DIY ako, tapos meron kasi sa school namin yung free lectoryo. So, hindi na ako nag-bootcamp, Archer, or U-World. Yun yung ginamit ko. Tapos doon lang na ako nag-quiz banks. Mas maganda bago kang pa sa PNLE, go for NCLEX. So that fresh pa sa utak. It depends naman. If ever you have the opportunity naman talaga to go to US, go. Mag-NCLEX ka na agad. Pero kung hindi pa, pwede din naman kahit mag-hospital ka muna. Parang, again, at the end of the day, whatever floats your boat, do it. Parang ganun. So, next na po tayo. Tama na po, di ba? We have ito po yung mga diagnostic test, Next, we have your medical management. So, for your medical management, sige, mamaya po kita sagutin, Miss Nimnya, hindi Rango, ha? Tapusin lang natin to, no? So, for your medical management, anong gagawin natin dito? Remember, for your medical management, ang primary goal mo parati dyan is to restore what? Diba? There is decreased tissue perfusion. So, you need to restore your tissue perfusion and also your cardiac function. So, number 1, oxygen therapy. Yan, oxygen therapy po. Sige, basahin muna natin ito. Everyday hanggang mag-take Q-banks ka, sir. Hey, curious lang po. Hindi naman po everyday kasi hindi kaya ng schedule ko. Since working ako, so minsan hindi ako nakapag-everyday Q-banks. Pero kailangan lang at least mag-start ka muna sa 10, erase mo ng 20, tapos make sure hanggang palapit na yung examination, nag-85 ka na. Kasi, bakit? Ang goal mo parati dyan is to shut down at 85. Sabi nila, hindi naman guarantee na pag nag-shutdown ka at 85 is papasa ka. Pero with regards to looking at those individuals na nag-shutdown din at 85, mostly pumapasa sila. Yun. Ano po marirecommend nyo for taking PNLE na pwedeng mag-send for practice questions? Kahit ano, madami namang resources ngayon, no? Na pwede kang makuhanan sa internet. So, ayun. Kahit ano naman dyan. Hypotaki-taki yan. O2. So again, oxygen therapy. Bakit? Because, di ba, nagkakaroon po tayo ng organ damage. Bakit? There is decreased perfusion. So, kaya po tayo nag-O2 therapy kay pasyente. Oxygen therapy. Next is your inotropic agents. Para saan tong inotropic agents? Any idea? Yeah. Sa mga andito. Inotropic agents are to increase contractility. Yeah. Diba? These are given to increase your contractility. Decrease BP, hindi. This is for your increased contractility. So, ibig sabihin, ito mostly for your heart rate. So, an example niyan would be your Dobutamine, and your milrinone. Yan. So, we have your dobutamine and your milrinone. So, mga inotropic agents yan. That is to increase your contractility. Excuse me, sorry. Aside from that, ano pa po? We have your vasopressors. Yan. Yan. Vasopressors. Ano yung mga vasopressors na yan? This is used to increase naman po your BP and also your perfusion. So, an example niyan would be your norepi and your dopamine. Yan. Yan. Norepi and your dopamine. Yan. So again, oxygen therapy, inotropics agents, vasopressors. Aside from that, pwede din po ba ang diuretics? Pwede ba ang diuretics? If there is pulmonary edema, present ang pulmonary edema, pwede po tayong magbigay ng diuretics natin. No? Next, we have your analgesics. Yan. Bakit? Kasi usually, masakit yung heart nila. May pain silang nararamdaman. So, just to decrease the pain. Example niyan, morphine. Aside from that, preload. Because of your preload. Pero make sure if you're giving morphine, check for respiratory depression. Yes, pwede pa rin ng morphine, pero you just need to check whether or not the patient is suffering from respiratory depression. Bakit? Yun yung isang side effect po ng morphine ninyo. Tama. Next, pwede po tayong revascularization. Revascularization, dyan papasok si PCI ninyo, si percutaneous coronary intervention, tapos si CABG. Yan. Diba usually, this is for your MI. Yan. So, pwede. What else? Pwede din po tayong mechanical support. Ano yung mga mechanical support na yan? Usually, this is for severe cases, such as your IABP. Intra-aortic balloon pump. Intra-aortic balloon pump. Intra-aortic balloon pump. Para saan po yan? This is a medical device. Usually, this is inserted temporarily. Saan siya ini-insert? Sa may descending na thoracic aorta ninyo. So, saan? Usually sa may femoral artery ninyo. Bakit? Anong nangyari? Nag-inflate-deflate yan. Synchronize siya doon sa cardiac cycle ninyo. So, paano yon, sir? So, pag diastole ninyo, naka-inflate siya. Bakit? Kasi po, pinupush niya yung blood back towards your coronary arteries. So, mag-increase ang myocardial oxygen supply. So, nagdi-deflate naman siya just before yung systole ninyo. So, ano nangyari? Nagkikreate siya ng vacuum effect, which now leads to decreased afterload. No. So, for your heart pump, mas easy siya. So, it would increase your cardiac output. Nagigets po? Nagigets for sure. Aside from that, we have your, ano pa po? We have your LVAD. Yan. Diba? LVAD ka. Ay, hindi LVAD. So, what is LVAD? Any idea ano ibig sabihin ng LVAD? May idea po kayo kung ano ibig sabihin ng LVAD? Left ventricular. O ano yung AD? Left ventricular. Tapos bahala na lang, no? Assistive or assist device. So, left ventricular assist device. Pwede ding RVA. Right ventricular assist device, or pwedeng both. So, BiVAD, no? So, anong ginagawa niyan? Usually, it just help with regards to assisting, with regards to pumping yung blood flow papuntang aorta ninyo. So, ganun lang siya. Again, these are all mechanical device just to help for pumping. So, nursing management na tayo. Ano yung mga magiging nursing management natin sa pasyente na may cardiogenic shock? Yan. Wala namang question. So, habang walang question, tap naman ha. Tap. Mga ali-tap. Yan. Ano yung mga magiging nursing management ninyo? So, first, syempre, assessment. Anong may i-assess ninyo? Usually, andun naman na dun sa mga signs and symptoms. You monitor for the vital signs kasi usually, di ba, hypotachy-tachy si pasyente. What else? Level of consciousness. Check for signs of poor perfusion because, di ba, there is weak thready pulses. Monitor nyo yung output, urine output. Bakit? Usually, nag-oligoric si pasyente ninyo. ABG. Bakit si ABG? Tapos si lactate levels because usually, it causes metabolic acidosis. Yung mga yan. What else? You auscultate the lungs just to check if there is crackles or respiratory distress. Ay, CPR agad. Ang papatayin na ang pasyente. Ayun, no? So, yan po yung mga nursing interventions ninyo. So, with regards naman to, with regards to nursing management, so, assess muna kayo. After that, pwede naman kayong mag-intervene. So, di ba pag intervention, you have your independent, dependent, collaborative. Usually, for medications, these are dependent. Nakadepende tayo sa mga doktor. Ano na ulit yung mga medications? Inotropes, vasopressors, yung mga yan. Diuretics, yung mga yan. Yan yung mga ibibigay ninyo kay patient or yung i-check ninyo kay doctor. What else? You maintain oxygenation, di ba? You administer oxygenation. If ever kailangan ng mechanical ventilation, you report it to your physician. Pero you need to check the O2 sat of your patient. No. So ano usually yung pinakamagandang position for your patient just to reduce pulmonary congestion? The right answer there is semi-Fowlers. Semi-Fowlers is used to reduce or decrease pulmonary congestion po. So, nagigets po natin. So, also, just to reduce also yung preload ni pasyente. Wag na CPR boss, DNR na diretso. Ay, grabe. Parang nakikita ko na kung ano itsura na kung magde-decide sila. Ano? Yan. Yes. So, pwede naman yan, yung CPR. Pero you need to check muna. You need to assess your patient, no? So, patient teaching ninyo. So, if ever mag-undergo siya ng mga mechanical devices, so you need to educate them with regards to IABP, ventricular assistive device, yung mga yan. What else? You educate them with regards to cardiac rehab, yung mga yan. Bakit? Ano bang gagawin sa cardiac rehab? Diyan na po kasi papasok si lifestyle changes, usually pag sa mga post-MI, yung mga yan. Tapos, you need to educate and emphasize to them yung medication compliance and follow-up po. Bakit po? Kasi kung hindi nila sinunod yung mga medications nila at hindi sila masyado nagpa-follow up, hindi sila nag-change ng lifestyle nila, complications will arise. Ano yung mga yon? Pwedeng mods. O, di ba? Ano to? Ito yung lumalabas sa lalaki. Ay, iba yung... We have your multi-organ dysfunction syndrome. So, hindi ko na susulat, nakakatamad. Multi-organ dysfunction syndrome. Ibig sabihin, multiple organs are being damaged, are already damaged. No? What else? Complications such as arrhythmias, VTAC, VFib, yung mga yan. At again po, two shockable rhythms are pulseless VTAC and VFib only. No. What else? Complications such as pulmonary edema. Yan. What else po? Because there is decreased perfusion sa kidney, pwedeng renal failure. Yan. At ito yung mga pinagsasabi nila na CPR, etc., etc. Pag hindi siya na-treat properly or promptly, it could lead to death. Yan po. So, yan ang mga possible complications ng inyong pasyente. Nagigets po? Nagigets? So, we could simply say, or for you to have at least a mnemonic for today, we have your shock. Ano yung shock? So, na-create lang natin to ha. So, number one, we have, with regards to your skin, it is cold and clammy. Yan. What else? We have your H. What is your H? Hypotension, tachycardia, tachypnea. Yan. Yan yung mga hallmark signs for your shock. What else? We have your output is decreased or low with regards to your urine. What else? Letter C. Pinaka-problem sa cardiogenic shock. Ano ulit ang pinaka-problem? There is letter C. Anong letter C na yan? Yan, tap muna habang nag-ano. Tapos mamaya po pwede tayong magtanong-tanungan. Patapos naman na tayo, no? Ano yung C? Ano yung C? Sipilimun. We have your circulation. Yes, malapit na siya. What else? Sige, hula lang, hula. Hula tayo. Ano pa? Habang humuhula kayo, tap kayo. Yung kamay nyo nasa kukote, yung 5 kamay ninyo nagtatap-tap. Nandun na yung cold and clammy. Sige, sirit na tayo. Cardiac output is also decreased. Di ba ito yung pinaka-main problem? Cardiac output is decreased. What else? Keep oxygen up. Yeah. What else? Pwede pong may ECG changes. And for your drugs, we could give inotropes, such as your dobutamine, tama ba? And we have your vasopressors, such as your norepi, yung mga yan. Dobiodopa, yung mga yan. So, yan. So, yan lang yung maikli kong nagawa na mnemonics. Pero hindi pa lahat yan, ha? Parang memory guide niya lang yan for your cardiac